Hello everyone and welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. Today we're going to start with the quest A Friend Indeed. It's quite a crowd in Hogsmeade.
Glad you came.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
We are actually working together.
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ranrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend, Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs Sprottle have a Wiggenweld supply?
Why does Mrs Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did you leave your box of letters with the Sprottles?
Why did Mr. and Mrs Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. Ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I could try and stop by.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
The water is very, very cold, I imagine.
Revelio.
Oh, I need to have a level higher lock for that. We are in the valley, so I can just jump up on my broom again.
Who lived here, I wonder? Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs Sprottle? Nice to see you again, Mrs Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
What was Sirona like when she was my age?
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
What was in the box of letters?
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs Sprottle.
Thank you, Mrs Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
This must be the cavern Mrs Sprottle mentioned.
Behind there! I've heard centaurs quiet. Levioso! Mind yourself! Levioso! Levioso! Confrido! Levioso! Levioso! Levioso!
Collect Horklumps, collect Sirona's letters, and collect Sirona's letterbox.
Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Getting there. Just a few more Horklumps to harvest. Revelio.
Okay, let's swim. Hope that this water is warmer. Okay. Okay.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
I think we got everything here, that all the other things are farther away.
Almost there. One more Horklump to harvest. Revelio. 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 That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Oh. Where is the troll? Already defeated? But how? I don't know. But it worked.
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had the troubled sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I'm worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me, and pondered sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes ended. How did you know? I presume you are not secretly a legitimist, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at the untouched battery and the empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me. Well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you been to came to Hogwarts, I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as any but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed in the non-magical sense. I mean, everyone around you, without apologizing, embraced who you were, and who they were. It was true, a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightening first year which I have been seen worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub, and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabel. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mrs. Sprottle whenever I can, and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can, for they are delightful conversations, and I am astonished to adult her incomparable cauldron's cake. Dear Sirona, I conjured this weak gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood for your ground on my behalf during the Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Scene. So she was in Ravenclaw. My dear Sirona, I have sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put a quill to parchment in my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how he giggled about the ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was sinning? And Mrs. Sprottle to steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I miswarn you. However, that this does not mean I will go easy on you next week, Mitch. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomena?
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Finky to make your favorite green kraut. She was delighted to obligate. Not sure when she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius that Finky. Bess. Dear Mrs. Sprottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I spent the afternoon at Gladrick's last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the body of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hairpin without wounding either my head or my head, but I adore everything that we selected, and I have to thank you for now feeling like a marvelously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall owe a place like that one day. Mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sirona.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these Horklumps. Wonder who lives here. Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some Horklumps for you, and I found Sirona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sirona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Oh! Wrong button. Luckily nobody was standing there. Let's do this one. Well, we are here anyway.
Revelio. Ha. Ah. Ah.
Did we already solve this one or something? I don't think so.
Leviosa. Arresting. Bombarda.
Oh! Was that good or not?
Revelio. Ha. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Merlin himself would be proud.
Well, we got it. Nice.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Work hard and don't be afraid to
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
May I ask you about the letters in the box?
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
Where are you on the Quidditch team?
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
Is Mirabelle Professor Garlic?
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlic?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind. especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
Are Mrs Sprottle and you as close as you see?
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand, and not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
Happy to help.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
You have completed a friend indeed. Nice. I don't have time for another quest, so let's do some sightseeing here and there and see if we can find some other extra stuff.
Revelio. Incendio! Incendio! Tremendo! Expelliarmus! Lumos! Leviosa! Glacius! Bombarda! Reparo! Arresto Momentum! Wingardium Leviosa!
Now I've used all the spells I have. The door doesn't want to be open yet.
Revelio.
There's a level 3 log.
Oh, hard work and good luck go hand in hand.
Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Visiting Leesby's guide base. These delicious sweets rumored to contain breeding things. The small shearhead balls that the vendor consumes will levitate once a few inches off the ground.
Revelio.
Level 2 look, I can't open that one yet.
Revelio.
Nice.
Revelio.
Hello. Mind you, don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Duracell feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Hello.
Oh, welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck, and before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncalf fur? Duracell feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Duracalls. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
Sounds frustrating.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry on those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but add it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
May I see your
What
wares?
do you have for sale?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire? I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Revelio.
Sorry. Boot and packs. Priority Alley Pack is fierce protector of bees and give you a fair price of any bees in need of a safe home. Boat and pack in the shop visits for bees byproducts like whooper feathers and neville fur.
Revelio. Alohomora. fine now. Revelio. Revelio. Closer.
Pardon me? Might I ask a favor of you?
You did away with all those dark wizards? Oh, I can't believe it. Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Good for you, getting all those foul goblins a hiding. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
Revelio.
Such a wee bairn giving a thrashing to a troll. Oh, I can't believe it.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Pardon me? Might I ask a favor of you?
Still lots of things to find in Hogsmeade. But let's go now to the Room of Requirement.
there. I'm not going to hurt you.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
They are kind of cute.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Revelio.
I think I've now done enough for today, so I'm going to end this video right here. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you back into my next video. Maybe until then, bye.